Jack.
Thank you, Kevin. Thanks everybody for your time. I just want to start with just a round of applause to the speakers that we have here so far. I think great stuff. There's some pluses and minuses to coming on at 4 o'clock. One is that I'm very stiff, so I'm going to walk around a little bit. Number two, the plus I think is that I got a chance to hear everybody's talk, or a lot of people's talk. So I wrote down a couple pages because I was getting pretty excited, and then I got a little bit scared. I was wondering if I was going to be repeating some things. But there's some really good quotes that I wanted to just kind of go through before I can get started here. Kevin, great job, academic, you're a pro at this. I was super impressed. Tracy, designing to the details. I was laughing because as you're talking about this, I remember going to a job interview and talking about being a designer, this was our details, and my fly was down. So that was just a good reminder for me. Brian, I almost wanted to, I don't know where he's at. Oh, there you are. I was just calling you out. I almost wanted to get up and hug you, just coming from the developer background. The fact that you said slow down and take time to communicate, just beautiful. So thank you. Rebecca, first you said you're a bit of a geek. I don't know what she is, but she can't leave. All right, well I'll just say, if she's a geek, I'm definitely a spaz. I get really excited about this stuff. I love it. She talked about the average consumer is not ready yet for AI technology. I'll touch on that in a minute. And the UX is moving away from pixels for sure. I definitely see that coming. Jim, first and foremost, cool presentation deck. I wonder if you did those illustrations. The research involves asking people what they want. It's just, we at Motivate Design really focus on that solid understanding. So definitely understand where you're coming from on that bit. And then George, awesome use of the pointer technology. That was pretty cool. But also, interaction design is in the business of making scenes. As somebody has made those scenes, I definitely appreciated it. So anyway, I just wanted to touch on that just because I thought it was really cool. So customer service and tech, meeting customers where they are. All right, Kevin, I'm going to try to see if I can answer this.
Down.
Down? Yep. It's not warm?
Maybe your PDF.
So, there we go. So about me. I've constantly talked about Philadelphia, so I was excited when George had pictures and maps of Philadelphia. So I'm a Philly kid. Go Philly, Sixers, Eagles. Josh, I'm looking at you. Giants fan over there. I'm a redhead, as you can tell. I grew up getting made fun of all the time. Some nicknames, feel free to come and talk to you about. Hallie Judy, Carrot Top, Christian Cunningham, all answers to those nicknames. And then Beaver College. Speaks for itself. No longer Beaver College or Arcadia University, but I really loved it there. Really small classrooms. I was just talking to a lady that goes to Drexel. Again, just really intensive design thinking before that was even a word. So my path, I fell in love with graphic design. I kind of wanted to design my favorite sports team logos. Got a chance to do an internship for the Comcast Spectacor, designing, doing basically flyers for the sports teams there. Then we fell into web design, and then interaction design, and user experience design. And really, when I think about it, while I love all of the above there, I just love the idea of the experience, so the holistic experience. So no matter what we're doing, thinking about all the touch points that go into that. So when I think about customer service, that's what I'm thinking about. So about Motivate Design, this is our founder and CEO, Mona Patel. Great lady, enjoy working with her. I had worked with her previous job with BlackRock. She's a vendor of ours. I'm stayed in contact with her, and really happy to be a part of a great team there. We talked about people and experiences first. And culture and experiences matter. That's something that we really try to abide by and focus on. When we do different tools and technologies, really just kind of challenging the status quo, asking the idea of what is. So I wrote a book a couple of years ago called Retrain, which really just kind of follows the tools and tactics that we apply. What we believe in, we all thrive. Everybody's empowered. I've heard this theme a little bit earlier today, and I'll touch on it too. Everybody in our organization has creative capabilities and creative thinking tools. So whether that's myself, I have some team members here that came from the bar and Brooklyn represent. But the idea is that good ideas come from things that you continue to work at. It's like a muscle. So that's what we really try to focus on. Getting shit done speaks for itself. We really try to focus in on that. Make sure that we're doing the best work we can at all times. Being a good human, the idea of empathy, it kind of starts from there. So before you do any kind of prototype, you really want to understand who your customers are, who your users are. And then finally, quality is everything. And going back to designing the details, I just assume if you say if you're a designer that you're focused on the details. So when you don't, then I get upset. You don't want to be upset. So what do we do? There's a couple things we do. First and foremost, we try to discover something new. And then we also try to validate something important. Those things, as Stuart mentioned, come in at various times. So there's different focal points for that. I think you mentioned as well. And then once we have that kind of that good, solid understanding, we try to understand those customer needs and then design with insight. And personally, again, as somebody who's worked in internal teams and has been asked to do everything from the dashboard to a user interface for an app, coming in line is a scary thing and not a smart thing. And again, going back to design school, I remember a classmate being tasked with a project, designing a road, I don't even remember what it was, and he just sat there with a flat piece of paper in his hand, and that's it. No sitting line or nothing, he was just staring at it. So I kind of think about that every time I'm asked to design something without any kind of backstory, understanding, discovery work, something, some sort, so that we can really work from something that is actually real. How we do it? Everybody has their kind of process. This is ours. We discover, define, validate, deliver. Again, I think it speaks for itself, but it's really important, and we really try to abide by that. We have a varied array of clients that come to us. Some are in different parts of their journey. Some already have the discovery research. Great. So if you do, then we're going to work with you to help define that strategy or do the design. If you already have that, then we'll help you do the validation, user testing. And then we'll take you to the end goal by making sure that everything is documented and well captured. Again, going back to the earlier discussion around the development tools and resources that you have there. So why experiences matter? Experiences matter take place across a multitude of touch points, both internally and externally. So again, this is a holistic thing. You can't design an app and then not think about the other parts of this, the customer services, or human resources, or sales, products, etc. All these things kind of go into what it is your company, your brand, your product, your service, whatever it may be. So origin story. So just kind of transitioning here, but when I was first kind of asked to do this, Kevin and our CEO Mona, I was kind of thinking like, what the hell am I going to talk about? I see the making tech personal. We had a week with a client where we were kind of talking about the next steps on some of this stuff, and there were a couple of things that really just made me think, we really have to make sure that we're understanding our customers. That's the biggest thing. And I could respond a little bit positively, and then felt a little bad too from what Jim was talking about kind of the fact the myth of or a little bit of research is enough, that type of thing. He tried that tactic, and it didn't quite work with this client. So, I didn't necessarily feel, I wasn't mad at him. I love working with all of our clients, but it just made me think about making sure that we're constantly thinking about the holistic journey here. So I'm going to tell a couple stories. This first story is with a cable media partner that we're working with. And there was a statement that was made that said, the technology we have will fix our problem. So just again, love working with these people. The context was related to a customer service effort and the deployment of artificial intelligence and chatbots, which I'm all for. I think it will be great for them, particularly trying to again meet customers where they are. So when the customer or when the client, when the partner was saying this, I think this is what they had in mind. I think we have the technology, we can use it, we can put this out there and it'll solve all of our problems. In my mind, this is what I was thinking. Only because we didn't have any kind of backstory, we didn't have a plan, we didn't have a strategy, and it would seem like it was a kind of a rogue attempt to just kind of get this in there to check it off the boxes, I think somebody said earlier, and then move on. And again, not necessarily shooting down the idea or the approach or bot technology at all. It's all good, but I think it has to be applied in the right ways. So we saw my football dad earlier. He's a carpenter. I reference him a lot because he always is going to say these kind of things to me. And no, it's not measured twice, but once. It's the right tool for the job. And that's where I think trying to make sure that we're deploying the right tools, the right solutions to our customers at the right time is what is really important there. So opportunities. What I'm trying to kind of see here is that yes, and we talked about that a little bit in our company about the idea of improvisation. So our client is talking about the idea of this technology deployment is terrific. Yes, and we should really kind of understand which customers should use this. This particular cable media company has a footprint in the Midwest as well as in very other kind of rural areas. Is that the best solution for them? I don't know. So I would really love to kind of go through our process, and a lot of people here, our process is trying to do that. And where I think that there could be opportunities would be through evaluating the current and future trends. Where is bot technology going? So talking to Rebecca, doing the research that she's done would be a good start. Exploring the customer needs and motivation and access to this stuff. Once again, just because you've invested in out of the box, it doesn't necessarily mean that you can just pull a Ronco and set it and forget it. This is something that you really want to make sure that you're hitting at the right point. From the design side of things, strategize where where the tech can anticipate the solution. Once again, it's really kind of thinking smart about this. You're designing systems and interaction touch points. Again, I think George was talking about systems. Making sure that all those different wavy lines that I was showing in the previous slide, that we're making sure that all of those external and internal systems are all kind of fully integrated. Where you can't do it all at once, because I think that was mentioned as well. Yes, one of our former managers used to say, "Changing wheels in a moving bus," and I hated it when he said it, but it was kind of true. You can't do it all at once. Time and expense. So let's really be smart about how we're going to deploy this in the right places so we can really show maximum value and then push it to the next step. And then, of course, validation. Confirm the concepts, that they reduce the friction, builds trust with those users. Again, Rebecca talked about that from the AI side of things. And then align this feedback to feasible solutions. So again, making sure that we're trying to kind of build towards the greater goal. So story number 2, pharma partner. The rebrand / visual design should clean everything up. So this is a pretty cool project that we've been working on for about 3 years in the mental health space. It's digital medicine, where patients would ingest the medication, but there would be a sensor inside. So we ingest it, we would speak to a patch on your ribcage, and then talk to your phone, and then tell your doctor that you've taken your medicine. pretty cool stuff. So that made me shudder when I heard that. So when the client was thinking about that, I think she had this in mind. You know, that it's really going to be sleek. You know, it's going to be able to have the patient go through this onboarding process. It's going to be a piece of paper. They're going to be excited. Keep going. Mind you, again, we're talking about mental patients. This is how I saw it playing out. So, you know, I just really thought it was going to be a mess, a hot mess, and just like those guys. Nick, in King Posse, is probably the first presentation deck that these guys have been ever on. You know, again, it's just really scary to think about, you know, going back to Tracy's talk about, you know, the right type of content strategy, making it clear and simple, consistent. Those things are important. So to just assume that, you know, a series of colored buttons are going to fix that, it's a scary thing. So just like those guys. So in terms of the opportunities, again, speaking their language, really understanding, you know, the myriad of different diagnoses that we're talking about here. This is a product that is geared towards everyone from, you know, mental depressive disorder to bipolar disorder to schizophrenia. That's a wide spectrum once you get into it, and very, very complex. So let's have some a real firm understanding of who we're talking to, how they're going to respond to different directives, navigate through the system. So, and then explore, you know, the universal direction and wayfinding strategies that could potentially be used. It can be more than just you know, verbiage. It could be video, it could be audio, it could be haptics, whatever it may be. It could still involve, you know, working with the doctor or the nurse to walk through it, so it's kind of a hand-in-hand experience. You know, from the design side, strategize the hybrid personal tech instruction. So I had to just talk about that. Really, you know, trying to understand, you know, where the workflows come in from the HCP side of things to help guide this patient through. This is a new technology, so it's a little bit scary. So let's try to make sure that the product itself and the one that the HCP who's introducing it is, you know, it's a really smooth and conform and inviting type of situation. Again, designing content strategies and pattern libraries. You know, George had that, you know, that slide up around, you know, the personalized design versus the kind of aggregate behavior patterns. Really trying to find that, you know, kind of that nexus right there. And then validate. And this slide, I will say to their credit, is that avoided this considerable amount of time after around research, discovery, and validation of the concept work we've been doing. So, you know, in this case, if we were to, you know, really pursue the opportunity to build out a content strategy and a really robust system in which to help the patient walk through this onboarding process, we would go through that validation process, confirm the resonance of that patient comprehension, align all the multi-channel systems with the same direction. And that's one part that's, you know, again, it's a complex diagnosis. With a complex system where we're talking about, you know, not just an app, we're talking about a dashboard, we're talking about a back-end data system, we're talking about packaging design, everything, bringing that into the software. All that stuff is going to be really important to make sure that it's cohesive and that it's speaking to the audiences at the right time and place. Story number 3, finance part. We just need to quick and dirty reorganization of the architecture. Once again, quick and dirty, and it makes you shudder. You know, and this is related to a customer service call center. The dashboard, we're merging old technologies with new in one destination. So, you know, I think maybe some of us have had that where, you know, there's a new technology that you know, integrated with an old one, and there's all kinds of different permutations of problems that can go into that. That being said, it's still a problem we have to solve. So in the case of this client, you know, I think that they were, you know, kind of thinking about some type of masterpiece, you know, kind of the golden mean type of thing, or the golden ratio. I didn't put the actual one up, but I got the school night version. You know, where, you know, everything was working, you know, seamlessly and harmonious. So this is kind of what I thought it was going to look like. Just a hot mess, you know, it's a lot of different buttons and icons. You know, my partner and I that worked at BlackRock, you know, kind of dealt with a cavalcade of icons with an internal system like this, similar system. And it's just scary. You can't even figure out, Kevin, you wanted to mention about the amount of time and effort spent on training in these different systems. And that's what I saw was happening in this case as well. And again, when you talk about like true customer service, customer call centers, another person that, another set of people that I just want to kind of give them a hug because it's such a hard job and you're making it even harder with the technology that is being put in front of them. So opportunities, feel their pain. Again, I'm going to emphasize that because I can't imagine not only dealing with the phone calls that are coming in, but then having to kind of deal with the system where you have the Microsoft example where there's a million windows out there. So what we would try to do here in terms of the discovery process would be evaluate what the systems are currently doing or not doing. Really kind of look at the terminals and seeing what they're dealing with, what's the noise situation. All these factors play into what the solution are going to ultimately go to become. Explore where the most egregious breakdowns are. What are the biggest pain points? Where are those? Where are the pain points and gain points? We do this with various things from from interviews to developing journey maps to help really kind of understand and then map out the next step, the defining phase. So strategizing immediate and long-term solution models. Once again, we can't do this overnight, but we're going to be able to find ways to integrate this new technology without it totally upending their current workflow. The design of workflows and interfaces targeting those key scenarios, making sure that we're hitting on the right things that are going to help those internal customers do their job the best and then ultimately serve the end customer. Then validate, confirm prototype models against real life. As much as possible, let's get this in front of those customers, and that's what we're trying to do. So get out to the content sites and really try to get first and foremost their impression of it. How would this help you? And then once we got it all hard, let them actually interact with it. Aligning the customer queries with the streamlined tools. So just really, again, making sure that we're finding kind of the 80-20 rule. What is the majority of the issues that are coming in from that external customer point of view, and it's just really getting the mark. So I'm an Irish Catholic. I talk about my Catholic guild a lot, so I have a question to make. As we're a user experience company, we don't always get this right. One example that I want to point out is, this is something that's ongoing, but I've been feeling really bad about, so I figured I'd just air it out for all of you people today. Is our onboarding process in terms of bringing on new employees, the contractors, the full-timers. It kind of sucks, quite frankly. Newcomers are greeted literally by nobody. The technology, equipment, digital access, emails are not ready. And, I'm hopeful to this, as well as my friends in the back there. We're all responsible for this. If we all drive, then we're all responsible. There's no formal process, and it's kind of ad hoc. And that's partly because of the fact that we started as a small boutique, and if everybody's doing their own thing, now we're getting a little bit more mature, and we have to act as such. So, what are we going to do about this? First and foremost, accepting accountability. That's what any good experience would do, is if you don't get it right, accept that it's not working, and let's go back and start fixing it. So practice what we preach. And again, that's going through the evaluation and exploration of the needs of these new companies. Often the ones that have had these problems, we had a recently hired a team all the way across country to come and work for us. Super excited. Came in. There was nobody there waiting for. All the conference rooms were shut. She knocked on the door and they said, "Oh, go find a place. Go find a seat." That's not cool, especially for somebody that talks about user experiences matter. So we have to really understand where those pain points are. The next one is strategizing design through plus love sessions. So what the hell are plus love sessions? They're essentially creative thinking exercises that we do, and based on different workshops that we do for clients, we try to do it ourselves. I hate the term, PR involved, but that's essentially what we're trying to do. We're trying to make sure that we're utilizing our design thinking skills for internal problems as well as for our customers. And then finally, confirm, once we actually have these systems in place, we have a solution, constantly check and manage it. confirm the line through continual assessment. Let's make sure the next one we're going to nail it and go back and test on it. So who cares? Holy gee, I don't know, Jersey's where I live, not that far from there. So I figured I'd throw him in there. We all should care, right? CEOs, CFOs, sales and marketing, human resources, whomever, designers, engineers. I know we talked about that earlier. I'm the designer, I'm an engineer. What do I care about design? I'm a designer. What do I care about design development? We all should care. We're all in this together. My friend Josh is back to the left because we're a team player. We all have to be part of the same team. We're all about trying to get the same goal here. So we all have to be in it. So the really big challenges we face are they're rarely just with kind of the digital solution, the digital product. It's systemic. We have to all really kind of make sure that we're working together to get to this end goal. We're all responsible in our own specific ways. And that's applying your specific skill set to that problem, making sure that the communication is there, it's all integrated, and that we're constantly being mindful of what we're trying to achieve. And then once you actually have all this stuff together, you have the firm understanding from the discovery side, then you deliver the thing that really changes their world. And again, going back to my earlier slide with our sister Ramona, she made a comment one time, I said, well, what are you trying to achieve with this goal? She said, I'm trying to change the world. I kind of thought, the project. She was very serious about the fact that she was trying to kind of do something impactful with this company, with any effort that she does. She wants to make sure that it happens. So, thank you.